We're talking with Jamie Mapel, who works in the wilderness.
Yeah, the company's called Wilderness. Yeah, we.
So you help movies promote their movie companies to promote their movies, right?
Yes, yeah, we work with Sony Home Entertainment and Fox, 20th Century Fox, and Warner Brothers. A lot of the time we work on their home entertainment campaign, so it's selling their Blu-rays and DVDs, and we have worked with Warner Brothers on their theatrical campaigns.
And lately you've been doing that with curated storytelling. What's that?
So
I know the term, but how do you handle this?
Our company ethos is to we try and connect the brands that we work with their audiences, and we call that curated storytelling. It's just basically about how a lot of the time people will take a broadcast approach on social media and just push out messages when in fact social media is about a back and forth. It's about a conversation that you have with other people, and one-to-one as individuals we do it, and we are selling the idea of ourselves or individuals as brands on social. So we're always putting up stuff, I know myself, on my own personal channels that people will like or find funny or share or comment on, and it's interesting that a lot of brands don't take the same approach. They'd rather just say the film's out at this point, go and see it. You can get it from Amazon or you can get it from HMV in the.
But isn't that the basics of social media? What's different?
Well, what do you mean? The basics is a back and forth,
right? And telling stories.
Yeah, but a lot of brands don't do that. They're not really telling those stories in a.
So most brands are really bad.
Yeah, basically, brands are all bad, and we're helping them to get better.
But that's not very exciting. What's the exciting bit about it?
The exciting thing is creating participation and getting a connection with the people that we're talking to.
Do you have a good example of where that was very successful?
Well, one of the brands that we work with, they're a production company, and they make the animated films for kids of The Gruffalo and Room on the Broom, the little kids films. And we've been working with those guys for about 3 years now, and growing the community of young parents who love the stories, and they know them backwards and forwards because they watch them over and over again with their kids, and they read them over and over again with their kids. And what we try and do is find something new to talk to them about, and we find ways for them to participate. And we noticed our company strategy very much is looking at the data and when people are using social and why they're using it and what they're doing. And we noticed.
When meaning time of day?
Yeah, time of day. And
so you post at exactly some time of day?
Yeah, so it's targeted. It's very. So with the parents that like the Room on the Broom page, we saw that they were using it very specific times in the evenings.
After dinner?
After dinner, yeah, before bed with their kids. So we would give them little bits of content, little short, snackable videos.
And what's this something new to talk about? What do you do?
So with those guys, we give them little bits of dialogue from the film, or we give them a little video that they can show their kids when they're putting them to bed. And then we also noticed they were looking at the early mornings on the weekend because they're looking for stuff to do with the kids as well. So we'd make them activity sheets for them to print out and go out on the weekend and follow a treasure map or colour things in. And we've just grown the audience over the last 3 years, and they've really engaged, and they send us loads of pictures of them hanging out with their kids and reading the stories and dressing up as witch and the different animals, and it's really, really sweet. And they're a great community, and we also manage to drive lots of clicks to download the apps and buy the.
Right, so how do you measure your success? By interactions or downloads?
Well, we measure it by engagement, so we take the engagement percentage, and with that
interaction.
Yeah, interaction. So a lot of people sharing or sending us a picture or commenting or liking. And then
what sort of numbers are you talking about?
We're talking about 100 to 200 pictures back from the parents a week. And those things are really deep engagements, and it takes a lot for the kids to dress up and then take a picture and send it to us. And they're not doing it just for us, but they're doing it, and they know that we're people that we can share.
And they tag you.
Yeah, exactly. But then we also will, and obviously there's the return on investment for that, for our clients. We also talk about the people that are clicking and buying the app, or they're clicking and they're buying the show to watch, or the film.
And if you're not a movie company, what's there to learn about this method?
If you're not a movie company, there's always stories to tell. There's always ways to connect with your audience. Even if you're a little cafe, you might have a story about the heritage or the way you make stuff or the decor. And there are people that come into your cafe every day, and you could use those stories and you could have your own story and tell people. Or if you're a massive multinational company like an airline, and you're helping people to start their holiday before they even take off, there are stories everywhere. And I think that just saying this is how much something is and this is how you get it is a very boring way of using social, because social is about saying something back to people.
And what's your advice to companies who want to do that?
Just think about what you want to say to your audience. Think about why. I think the main thing is that you need to give users a reason to follow you. You need to be saying something unique. You need to be giving people a reason to like or share or comment. And there are too many people that don't tell compelling stories.
Thank you.